Well, hello friends and welcome to another episode of Cycling Insider. You see, in this episode I have something special for you. This is the latest, greatest Look bike, and it's the Look 765 Optimum road bike. So you see, if you want the top quality creme de la creme carbon fiber frames and forks, basically you only have two companies in the world to really consider. That's definitely going to be Look Bikes, and another one is Time Bicycles. So Look just produces excellent carbon fiber frames and forks. Their quality control is top notch, and if you have an opportunity to speak with any of the bike mechanics who have worked on Look bikes, they will definitely tell you that their carbon fiber frames and forks are truly top of the line, creme de la creme. So specifically this Look 765 Optimum, the latest iteration of this bike. So let's first answer the question, who is this bike for? So you see, Look 765 Optimum is endurance road bike. So it is a bit relaxed geometry. It is primarily designed for spending long days in the saddle and always keeping you fresh after many hours of riding. So if you are looking for this type of the bike, as I say, you are spending long days in the saddle and you want to feel refreshed and you like a bit of relaxed geometry, then definitely this Look 765 Optimum is the bike to look for. Here, when you look at the paint scheme on this bike, depending on the specifications of the bike you want to choose, you'll have different paint schemes, but specifically on this model that we're going to look today, you have this beautiful green, chameleon green paint scheme, like a metallic green with a hint of black, very classy, very nice paint scheme, absolutely looks stunning. I have to mention here that the retail price of this Look 765 Optimum with this specific equipment is gonna be the $5,500, so definitely not a cheap bike, a bit on the higher levels of the price, but always keep in mind that you are primarily paying for the superb quality control of their carbon fiber frames and the forks, and of course the carbon fiber frames from Look come with the lifetime warranty. I will also mention here, if you want, you can buy the frame set separately, and then the retail price would be $2,400. There are two paint schemes to choose from. I'm specifically looking now at this beautiful, what they call a true blood paint scheme, like a metallic silver with a hint of red. Beautiful, beautiful paint scheme. And if you like to build your own bike, then definitely this frame set is the way to go with the retail price of $2,400. Okay, so we can now dive into the specifications of this bike and see what do you really get for $5,500. As always, we can kick off with the frame and the fork on this bike. So you see this frame and the fork, of course, carbon fiber frame and fork from Look. As you see here, it is a bit of aerodynamically optimized frame, internal cable routing. There are 12mm through axles front and the back, also flat mount disc brakes, and specifically on this Look 765 Optimum you will also have fender mounts, which is very interesting, and the bottom bracket here that they are using is the T47 threaded bottom bracket, but this T47 threaded bottom bracket, as I saw somewhere in the specifications, it should be Shimano's 8.5 millimeters, I believe. So just to kind of double check, as I said, T47 threaded bottom bracket. I'm hoping that your local mechanic is going to be happy working on this threaded bottom bracket, although they will have to get a new set of tooling for this T47 bottom bracket, but at least since it's a threaded standard, it should be easy to replace if everything needs replacing. Okay, when it comes to the frame and the fork, as you see, I absolutely have no complaints about this. As I say, quality control is going to be excellent, and I'm not expecting any defects or creaking noises. Also keep in mind lifetime warranty on the carbon fiber frame. Now we can look at some of the smaller components on the bike. So what do you get? When you look at the handlebar and the stem, this is our Look LS2 aluminum handlebar and also aluminum stem. They are aluminum pieces. I have no problems here. It's perfectly fine. And the thing I like is that this is not a proprietary design. There are separate pieces, handlebar and the stem. So even if you want to upgrade in the future or you want to adjust your position on the bike nicely, it's easy to do it. And this is what I like to see, separate pieces for the handlebar and the stem. In the future, as I say, if you want to upgrade to a carbon fiber handlebar, easy job, no problems here. When you look at the saddle and the seat post, so what do you get? Saddle. It is the Selle San Marco saddle. Usually Selle San Marco saddles are very good saddles. If you don't like this saddle, easy to replace or upgrade in the future. And the seat post here is the Look LS3 aluminum seat post, 27.2 millimeters in diameter. So the only thing here that bothers me is that they have included aluminum seat post. I have no clue why Look did that. They should have included a carbon fiber seat post, in my opinion, just because it will give you a bit more smoother ride and it's going to soak up some of the smaller bumps. So definitely I would advise you in the future, save a bit of money. For example, on the orders of $100 US, 100 British pounds, you can buy excellent carbon fiber seat post to fit on this frame. Okay, now we can have a look at the wheel set on this bike. So Look has included here the Fulcrum Racing 900 DB wheel set, and this specific wheel set is the OEM wheel set, so original equipment manufacturers. So basically you can't buy this Fulcrum wheel set on the open market. This is specifically Fulcrum is selling them to certain bike manufacturers. But some of the highlights of this wheel set include that this is a classical aluminum wheel set. It is, of course, can be turned into a tubeless wheel set. It is 1,950 grams in total weight of the wheel set. And I'll just mention here that it's 22 millimeters rim height with the internal rim width of 19 millimeters. I wish that this internal rim width is a bit wider, but it is what it is. Also, the 28 spokes on this wheel, front and the back, and also the hubs are some kind of classical Fulcrum hubs with the seal cartridge bearings. Again, I'm not expecting anything special from this wheel set, but it's going to be a nice workhorse in the beginning. Also, probably for the future, it's a good kind of topic here that if you want to upgrade your wheel set, then definitely I would suggest you to have a look at DT Swiss wheels in the future, and you can get some excellent DT Swiss wheels for, I would say, starting price of about $700 US and then going up. This Racing 900 DB wheel set, a proper workhorse from Fulcrum, definitely no complaints here as it is. This wheelset is also wrapped in the Hutchinson Fusion 5 tires, tubeless tires, 30mm tires, excellent stuff that it's 30mm tire, a lot of air volume and a proper smooth ride, and this is what you want from your endurance road bike. I'll just mention here that as it is out of the box, these Hutchinson tires, okay, fine. If you want in the future, you can always upgrade to something like, Continental tires, Pirelli tires, Goodyear tires. If you really like them, easy to upgrade, but definitely keep the 30mm tires minimum, or you can even go up to 34mm tires on this frame set, which again, in my opinion, is perfectly fine, even more smoother bike ride. Now let's talk about the group set on this bike. So what do you get? When you look at the shifters, front mech and the rear mech, everything is wireless SRAM rival group set. So this is a 12-speed wireless group set from SRAM. Absolutely perfect wireless group set, no cables anywhere, a very clean design, very sharp shifting. Anybody who has used the SRAM rival wireless usually loves it. I've rarely heard any special complaints about this group set, so all in all, top notch here, no special complaints. Now we look at the chain and the crankset. So the chain, again, SRAM rival 12-speed chain, they didn't cut corners here, and of course the crankset, SRAM rival dub crankset, which is with the BBT 47 threaded bottom bracket, and as I was saying, 85.5 millimeters. Again, should be good for your local mechanic servicing this T47. threaded bottom bracket, much easier than the press fit bottom bracket. But again, as far as I'm hearing some stories out there, lots of mechanics will need to buy some new tools to work on these T47 threaded bottom brackets. Cassette on this bike, again, no cutting corners, classical SRAM rival 12-speed cassette, and this is the 1036 cassette, so a very nice, huge range of gears, 12-speed group set. And I will just mention here that always keep in mind that SRAM rival cassettes in the future, when you need to replace them, can be a pricey item. They can easily cost around $200 to replace. When we look at the braking system on this bike, you are getting again excellent SRAM rival hydraulic disc brakes, 160 millimeters braking rotors at the front and 140 millimeters at the back. So these are classical SRAM Paceline center lock rotors. I would advise you to even in the future, when you need to replace the rotors, buy something from the SRAM lineup, just because of the compatibility. The only thing here, again, I'm not so sure why they are using 140 millimeters braking rotor at the back. Personally, I wish that it is 160 mil rotor, but again, in the future, you can upgrade to 160 millimeters of braking rotor, just because a bit better heat dissipation and stopping power. All in all, considering the total group set on the bike and hydraulic disc brakes, everything perfectly fine, no special complaints from me. I wish here that Look would give the total bike weight for this bike, but as far as I know, the frame set, so frame fork, frame should be probably around 1050 to 1100 grams, and the fork probably around 400 grams, so I'm guessing the total bike all in some kind of size medium could be somewhere around 8 and 8.5 kilograms. Again, I'm not so worried about the total bike weight on this bike, because that's not the point. As I say, the point is relaxed geometry, smooth ride, long days in the saddle. So what is my advice to you when you consider this retail price of $5,500? Well, I would put it like this. If you like to build your own bike, then definitely just go ahead and buy the frame set for this bike, which is $2,400, because you will get a superb quality carbon fiber frame and the fork, and then you can, drop any of the group sets and wheels that you have laying around, or you can buy yourself a new group set and wheel set. If you want the fully built bike, then this $5,500, it is a bit on the pricier side, but I would definitely say if you got the money, go for it, because again, you will get a superb carbon fiber frame and fork from Look. You will get an excellent SRAM rival wireless group set with SRAM rival hydraulic disc brakes, and then in the future, of course, there is always an option to upgrade the wheel set and buy yourself a carbon fiber seat post. But except from that, it's just again a stunning bike from Look. And I'm expecting that these bikes are going to be, sold like hot cakes. So I think this is going to be it for today. I hope you like what I'm doing. And if you do, keep on watching, keep on liking. And as always, I will see you soon in the next episode. Cheers!